Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's play soccer, boys. The Reavers at Nationals. Hey, ditto for the volleyball team. Iowa Western just killing it in Casper. Well, it's time. The Dean ready to walk off into the sunset. Hey, but not before one more slam dunk or two or three.
I'm Jim Morris, and the Bluff Sports Zone starts now.
If you're a Sprint Cup racing fan, then you know Martinsville. This speedway, just over a half-mile in length, opened up in 1947, and it's been a mainstay on the NASCAR circuit since day one. Hello, I'm J.J. Davis, and welcome to this very special edition of the Bluff Sports Zone. Now, of course, there's a different kind of race being run in these parts, and it's known as the NJCAA Division I Men's National Soccer Tournament. And speaking of mainstays, the Reavers are here. Looking to turn over another leaf at the Smith River Sports Complex. Big Blue rolls in for its first practice. Now 8th-seeded Iowa Western kicks off pool play Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
We have a game on Tuesday, so we have, I guess, 48 hours before we play. We can do a little bit more. I wish they actually gave us a little bit more time to really just enjoy the turf, the field, and get to know it.
We are very excited because we were waiting for this moment a lot of time, all the season, a lot of effort for my teammates and regionals,
I like it. I've never actually been in the South like this. It's a lot of fun. It's beautiful out here. It's a lot different from Nebraska, what I'm used to. A lot of trees out here, so.
Fantastic, especially since we flew in and no hiccups. We got in to Charlotte and we drove right in the next day, and man, it was perfect.
And so the regional champs ready to take another shot at another national championship. The Reavers hoping to save their best for last. Big Blue then rolls out of the complex. Next up on the menu, give me liberty or give me food. Pasta is served at Patrick Henry Community College. Now the host school welcomes the Reavers along with the 11 other teams in the tournament.
It's obviously nice to get out to a banquet, dress up, look a little flashy, make you feel a little bit, better about yourself because you look good, you feel good.
Coaches need to eat too. They need their energy. Look at that. All that meat is going to help me, that protein.
I've probably haven't been to something like this, and being here last year was my first time seeing it all, so it's a good experience.
There's a lot of guys from last year that I'm just eyeing already, and then I guess they're just talking underneath their breath about how we are.
NJCAA Soccer Hall of Fame.
Just a fun time. We get to look nice, which doesn't happen very often, so I'm happy.
What about the food?
It was good. It was good. It was good.
Good night for Jordan Carver. Picks up another Coach of the Year award. Yes, food is served at Patrick Henry CC. Next up on the menu, the main course.
Vamos Rivers! Yalla Rivers! Vamos Rivers! Vamos Rivers! 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 Vamos Rivers! Vamos Rivers! Vamos Rivers! Go Rivers! Go Rivers!
And so the race for the national championship is ready to take the green flag. Now, the first round is what they call pool play. 12 teams bunched in groups of 3. And Iowa Western is in what they call Pool Group A, along with the #1 team in the nation. But first up for Big Blue, the 12th seed. 8th-seeded Iowa Western lines up against Massasoit.
And now for Iowa Western.
The Warriors have already lost to top-ranked Lewisburg 3-1. The Reavers apply pressure from the get-go. Corner kick. Oh! And it's cleared. Now last year's semifinalists outshoot Massasoit 13-6. Ali Abraham. And it hits the post. Physical match at times. Juan Velasquez makes a run and Check this out. Sets up a set piece late first half. Iowa Western 5 shots on goal. Now coaches from all over the country looking on and taking notes. Scoreless at the break. Second half, the Warriors set piece. Reaver keeper Josh Blair punches it out. The sophomore with 4 saves. Still scoreless, just over 17 minutes to go in regulation. Juan Velasquez finds the back of the net. The sophomore from San Francisco, just his second goal of the year. Iowa Western on top, 1-0. And the Reavers eliminate Massasoit by that same score.
Obviously, we pride ourselves in our defense, and it showed again, keeping a clean sheet, and we lead the nation in clean sheets. And we may not always play the most attractive offensively, but you know, at the end of the day, we got the goal we needed.
At practice, Caleb told me if we didn't score in the first half and then in the second half we couldn't score, he was going to put me forward to see if I could score, and then I happily scored the winning goal. I do not know how that happened. I just saw the ball like the last second, I just striked it and it just happened to go in.
I think it's a good win for us. I think everyone came in a little nervous, so I think this was a good win and it'll be better tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a win's a win, right? There's no ugly goal, there's no ugly win. When, especially at this stage, we'll take them.
Big news back in the Bluffs. The Deans hanging them up. But first, the Reavers ready to run another lap in Martinsville when we come back.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council of Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
This portion of the Bluff Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
They won the national championship 2 years ago, made it to the Final Four in 2014. And now, well, the Reavers are set to kick it off against the #1 team in the nation. And the winner moves on to the national semifinals. And for the loser, it's over. Bad news for the Reavers. A sprained right ankle suffered towards the end of the Massasoit match sidelined sophomore starting keeper Josh Blair. Freshman Carlos Herrera toes the line. But not even a minute into the match, Iowa Western almost punches it in as the Reavers just come out firing, but can't find the back of the net. Lewisburg starts to turn the tide. Set piece, keeper comes down with it. And then just over 21 minutes left in the half, it happens. Max Blackmore, left foot, far post, as the Hurricanes blow out 1-0 at the break.
When we keep the ball, we're doing good.
Now the Reavers regroup and again come out like gangbusters to start the second half. Juan Velasquez crosses it. So close. Now, Iowa Western doing everything but score. It does give mother and son some hope. Now Lewisburg, 13 shots overall. Another set piece. Own goal. 2-0 Hurricanes, 26 minutes to go. And then it starts to get a little more chippy, more physical. The Reavers, 11 shots overall. But in the end, just can't finish. Lewisburg ends Big Blue season 2-0.
You know, if we just could finish more this year. And then we had a spell today, a couple spells. You know, right when we started, we had a couple that, you know, could went in. And then towards the second half, we had a couple of spells where, I mean, gosh, inches. In the game of soccer, sometimes it's luck. And I just don't think we had it.
It's emotional.
Yeah, it's tough. It's hard. You know, I hate losing on a stage like this too. It never gets easier. It only gets tougher, honestly.
I had fantastic players, people who surprised me every day, and my teammates were they're like brothers.
They were like older brothers for me this year. I think that for next season, I'm going to remember them so much to try to do as well as they did.
You guys are awesome. We really enjoyed all the time.
I think it was a challenging year for us because I think we started the year with some adversity, tying games, losing. But to be fair, they turned around and they just did a really good job. Very similar to our 2013 team, and the 14 team last year. So it's just great to see the culture strong. The guys want to win, and honestly, they're getting themselves there into the right spots.
9 sophomores say goodbye to a program making its 5th appearance at Nationals in the last 6 years. Iowa Western finishes another super season at 17-2-4. So the Reavers come up just short, making it back to the Final Four. But hey, with 18 freshmen on the roster, don't be surprised if Iowa Western makes it back to Nationals next year. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, the 4th-ranked Iowa Western volleyball team leaves town for the other side of the country, and we are there. Now, here to serve up some Nationals of a different color is IDUP TV student Dylan, the future, Lindburg.
Thanks, JJ. The 4th-seeded Reavers looking to make another strong run here at Nationals as they open up against the 13th seed, the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Set 1, Eva Deuk with the kill. Iowa Western leads 18-17. Back and forth, the teams go. Aubrey Wilson with one of her 10 kills, 23-21 IDUP. Reavers too much as Abby Bergston nails it down. Big Blue wins set 1, 26-24. Second set, Gabby Schrazzeri, wait for it. Boom! Teams tied at 14. Freshman Bergson with one of her 12 kills. Iowa Western wins set 2, 25-21. Set 3 tied at 14, but the Reavers go on an 11-3 run to finish off Hutchinson as they win 25-17 and sweep the Blue Dragons.
I just think we got those first match jitters out that match, and we didn't play perfect, but we did what we needed to do to win.
Yeah, I felt really good. I mean, I think we were just really prepared and wanted to go out and win, and that's what we did.
IDUP opens up in Wyoming with a sweep, but up next, 5th-seeded Hillsboro. Hawks and Reavers set for action in match 12 of the quarterfinals. Set 1, Taylor Leesmeyer slams it down. IDUP up 17-16. Now Iowa Western goes up 24-23, but Hillsboro ends the set on a 3-1 run to steal the first set, 27-25. Big Blue focusing in on the next set. Set 2, visitors picking up where they left off as the Hawks go up 14-8. The Reavers get as close as 4. Abby Bergson with one of her team-high 12 kills. IDUP trails 21-17, but Hillsboro too much. Abigail O'Farrell with one of her 12 kills. Visitors win the second set 25-21. Set 3, sophomore Macy Coffey with a kill. Set tied at 15. The Hawks just too strong. Brianna Stowell with one of her 9 kills, 24-22 visitors. Stowell will put the finishing touch on the game as Hillsboro takes the set and match 25-23.
I think they're a better team today. They didn't play as well against us the last time. They didn't pass very well, and they played very solid. They're not flashy, but they don't make a lot of mistakes, and we got caught making some mistakes that we're not usually used to making.
Talked about how we did it with Indian Hills. We lost the first 2 and came back and won the first 3, and that definitely motivated us to try and take that momentum and keep taking it on. But like I said, it just didn't carry through, and we fell short.
The Reavers fall to Hillsboro and are now in the consolation bracket. They will face off against the number 9 seed Blinn tomorrow at 2:30. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Lindburg.
Thanks, Dylan. Now on the court in Canesville, just killing it with different kinds of shots. The ladies no longer have a shot at the top spot in Casper, so what next? After the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, GenEd SportsMed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist GenEd SportsMed invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. GenEd SportsMed.
Your future is here at CBTV. You're in the game. You take the shots. It's your story. The Media Studies program at Iowa Western. Real reality TV starring you. For more information, go to iwcc.edu. Win the first, lose the second. So what about the third? Up and down so far for the Reavers at Nationals. So the best Iowa Western can do now is fifth. And that's where Big Blue finished last year. For more, let's head back out to the Cowboy State and our killer correspondent, Dylan, the future, Lindburg.
Iowa Western and Blinn face off in the consolation bracket. Set 1, Reavers jump out 14-11. Abby Bergson with the kill. IDUB ends the first set on an 11-4 run as Rebecca Weddle denies the Buccaneers. Big Blue wins the first set 25-15. Set 2, the Bucks hanging tough. Alexa Kingston's one of her 5 kills, 15-13 Iowa Western. Reavers once again pull away late. Eva Dayuk with one of her 7 kills. Taylor Leesmeyer would finish off the visitors as IDUB takes set 2, 25-19. Set 3, Larissa Facosi taps it down, 16-14 Big Blue. Blinn not going away. Ebony Mitchell with one of her team-high 7 kills, 2019 Iowa Western. But Gabby Schrozzeri shuts the door as the Reavers win set 3, 25-21 as they sweep the Buccaneers.
I think it feels good to just get back on track, get back on the winning streak, and just get to play one more time with each other. And now we get to play for 5th place, which just, it feels a little bit better than 7th.
Tough to come back from a hard loss, but I think we all came together and realized that 5th place isn't bad in the nation, and so we thought that we won in 5th place, if that's the best we could do.
IDUB defeats Blinn for the 2nd time this year and will play for 5th place on Saturday against the 6th seed Polk State. Iowa Western looking for some payback after losing to Polk State earlier this season. Set 1, the Reavers jump out 14-8. Eva Dayuk with the kill. IDUB leads 17-11. Gabby Schrozzeri denying any comeback by the Eagles. Big Blue wins the first set 25-16. Set 2, the sophomore from Brazil, Schrozzeri, with one of her 9 kills, 10-5 Iowa Western. Visitors trying to keep it close as they cut it to 4, 16-12 Reavers. IDUB ends the set on a 9-3 run. Abby Bergson with one of her team-high 17 kills. Big Blue wins the second set 25-15. Set 3, all Iowa Western. Gabby Schrozzeri with the kill. Reavers up 18-7. Alyssa Skovanek puts the finishing touch on the game as IDUB takes the set and match 25-13.
It's easier for a team to come in having already lost because they have a little bit more momentum to win that match, get their revenge. So I think our girls had that mentality going in, and we just played really consistently and really well. So I was really pleased with the way that we played.
Feels good. Of course, we wanted the first place, but this is just a weekend. So if you slip one time, you're done. So, but I feel good. I am really proud of all the girls, and I'm happy with the 5th place.
Not a lot of people can do that, so it's a really good experience to know that I ended my sophomore JUCO season with a win.
Well, there you have it. The Reavers end their season strong with a 42-8 record, finishing 5th here at Nationals for the 2nd straight season. And if you ask me, Iowa Western will be back next year. Coach Alicia Williams just keeps on reloading with talent. For the Bluffs Sports Zone and from Casper, Wyoming, I'm Dylan Lindburg.
Thanks, Dylan, and good hustle. That's why we call him the future, because he is. Now, What about the future for a certain veteran head basketball coach? And I'm sure you've all heard by now. For more, here's IDub TV student Drake Never Quits Curry.
2 Elite Eights, a Final Four, and one last hurrah. The Dean of Coaches at Iowa Western will say goodbye. 61-year-old Jim Morris will retire after the 2015-2016 season.
Well, it was kind of a family decision. 39 years is a long time to coach, so I knew I was coming close to it. And when they came up with the early retirement that Iowa Western offered, I just thought that it was probably a good time to do it.
When I heard it, obviously I was happy for him because I could tell that he was excited about it. And I think, he's got a real passion for what he does, and I know he'll miss the game. And I think in some ways he'd love to coach forever. But I also think there's other things that are important to him now, and he has opportunities to do new things with his life.
My wife's extremely supportive. She's set in these games, game after game. And she's been very, very supportive. She's not even a huge sports fan, but she always comes out and supports me, and that'll be different. She got a lot more free nights. My kids have been very supportive, and they've been a big part of this.
One of the things I'm going to miss about him is his decision-making skills. When he has to make decisions that are critical to his program, he always knows the right decision to make.
I had a lot of text messages from kids that played for me just over the past couple of days, and that's always rewarding. But just administration-wise and getting to work for Dr. Kenny, I mean, there's an old saying that when you sit there at your Thanksgiving table and you count your blessings, we count Dr. Kenny twice. He's been really good to me, and it's been good for our program, been good for the school. And I get pretty emotional talking about it, but it's been a wonderful experience.
Longtime assistant coach Mike Johnette will take over the reins next season. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Drake Curry.
Thanks, Drake. Up next, our play of the week, and then holding court ×2 on the other side.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. September 27th, Papa Roach and headliner Five Finger Death Punch rock Council Bluffs. Then rock opera takes the stage with the return of TSO November 18th. Over at the Convention Center, over 200 exhibitors are on hand at the Callahan Craft Show. And October 18th, vendors aspire to inspire at the Wedding Essentials Idea Show. Remember, the MAC offers free parking for all events. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.
I've heard nothing but good things about the Iowa Western men's basketball team. Why, wouldn't it be neat if the dean, head coach Jim Morris, could go out on top? Why not? Last I looked, the Reavers were unbeaten. Now, I know it's early, but still, why not? Big Blue's been putting up a lot of points, that's for sure. For more, here's IDub TV student Brady, the quiet man, Engel.
Iowa Western men host the Raiders of Central Community College. The visitors start the game on a 10-0 run, but after that, all Reavers. Isaiah Walton spins and dishes to Marquell Beasley, who finishes. Home team trails by 2. Still first half, Isaiah Walton saves the pass and knocks down the 3. 41-33 Reavers. Late first, Walton on the break and slams it. The sophomore with 27 in the game. Iowa Western leads 51-42 at the half. Second half, Alex Peacock putting on a show. The freshman hits from everywhere. Peacock scores 12 straight points and finishes with 19. 6 players would score 15 points or more for the Reavers as they go on to win 119-100.
Getting the ball movement and getting it in the post right away, and everybody hit shots. That was the key to the win.
Well, a nice thing about this team is we're pretty deep, and I don't really have a problem playing other guys. Sometimes we've been in situations where we just had to play guys. They were just much better than the guys behind them, but we got a lot of guys that can play.
The Reavers stay undefeated at home at 3-0. With the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Brady Engel. Now, here's Brett Grasshorn.
Number 23, Iowa Western takes on Kirkwood in a battle to see who'll be the last undefeated team in Iowa. Forward Josh Meyer puts Eagles up early with a layup, 7-3 visitors. Isaiah Walton gets the steal and then finds Donovan Jackson for the easy two. Reavers up 13-9. Byron Hart finds Josh Bartlett in the corner for 3, and the visitors tie it 33-all. Donovan Walker drives down the middle and scores to put the home team up 35-34 heading into half. The second half was all Iowa Western. Donovan Jackson scores 7 straight points with the dirty step back. The Reavers score 57 points in the second half. Daquan Lake slams it home, 54-47 home team. Donovan Jackson delivers the dagger with his 4th 3 of the game. The Iowa State recruit finishes with 29 points. Teet Bull finishes with 13 points, 5 boards, and 5 blocks. IW pulls away 92-83.
Well, I just thought that I thought we defended them fairly well. They're a hard team to guard. They just are. The way they run their offense, they have great spacing. And, you can help on some things, you can open up others.
We prepared for this really well. Everybody took it seriously, and we came out here and we played hard.
Iowa Western and Daquan Lake stay unbeaten at 7-0. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Brett Grasshorn.
Thanks, Brett. Now, I know it's early, but the guys are looking good. Okay, so what about the Goyles? The Reavers in Texas for the National Invitational Tournament, and Katie Cunningham leads the way with 17. Iowa Western waxes McLennan by 15. Next day, lose a tough one to number 20 Midland in double overtime. And then second-ranked Trinity Valley knocks off Iowa Western by 14. Hey, the Reavers' record is now 5-2. Now it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by the Vista University. Unbeaten Iowa Western against undefeated Kirkwood. Now Daquan Lake one-handed. It's his only bucket of the game, but the freshman makes it count as the Reavers shoot down the Eagles by 9. Daquan Lake with our Play of the Week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by the Vista University. Call 712-749-1990 to register today. So what do you think of that show? We were everywhere, period. And there's one thing you can say about the Reavers. They're winners. It seems like every team goes to nationals, finishes in the top 20, top 10 even, and so on. And it's nice to cover winners. Now remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Zach Harper-Blunt. And so, for this latest edition and special edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.